Hello everyone, this is B-Belt Dan, and we are in Blender. However, this is not any of the regular series that you usually see. This is kind of a, you know, two-in-one type episode where I'm going to be actually nailing two birds with one stone, you might probably say. The first stone that I am actually taking care of is what we're seeing right here going on in the background, to where this is not any kind of tutorial video or anything like that, but this is more of a speed challenge that I kind of decided to spontaneously do. As you can see, I'm working on the Enterprise C. This is one of my favorite interpretations or versions of the Enterprise was the C. Something about the Ambassador class that I like. It's because I'm guessing because it's mostly kind of a good, you know, it's a good combination or a good mixture between the Constitution class and the Ambassador class. I mean, it retains quite a bit of the Constitution class features there, but it's much bigger. So I really kind of like this particular type of ship. I always love this particular type of ship, and one of these days I'm probably going to get a model of this. But anyways, I went ahead and decided to go ahead and try to do a bit of a speed challenge. So what I've done is I gave myself a time period. Now, to be all honest, originally the time period was only going to be 1 hour, or I'm sorry, 30 minutes. But as you'll probably realize here later on in the episode, that 30 minutes was not enough, so I kind of expanded it to an hour. Now I sped everything up by three, so it's moving three times faster than what I normally would be working at. But I wanted to kind of see, one, how fast can I whip out the model, and two, I'm trying to actually teach myself and encourage myself to actually move a lot faster, because as y'all are probably seeing, that once again this video is sped up three times normal speed, but it still seems like that I am working very slow. And I know this is something that I need to work on. I do know that I tend to kind of take my time working on these models, and probably a little bit more time than what I probably could be or should be. So I'm trying to challenge myself to try to learn new tips and tricks on how to model the ships faster, and try to encourage myself to actually speed up. So depending on the responses of these videos of this particular episode, I may end up doing more little speed challenges. So and I'm also, at the same time, I'd like to try to kind of encourage all of y'all is, why don't y'all go ahead and also try out the speed challenge as well? I go ahead and challenge y'all. How fast can y'all probably do the Ambassador class Enterprise C? Not actually how fast, but how much of it can you get done in 1 hour? So you'll see how far I was able to get. Needless to say, I wasn't able to get the whole ship completed. I'm thinking that I might be able to probably get the ship, basically modeled in about under 2 hours, maybe. But we'll see how everything goes with this. The trick that I'm trying on this particular model right now is I'm trying to, instead of normally what I would do with the ship, is that I would take primitives, set them all out into separate different meshes. So, the secondary hull would be one set of primitives, uh, the warp pylons would be another set of primitives, the nacelles would be another set, so on and so forth. So it would be a whole bunch of different meshes of squares and cylinders and things, and then I would go in and try to model each one individually. Here what I'm trying to do is I'm going through the approach of taking the whole model and trying to model it all as one piece is was what I'm hoping to try to accomplish here. So, and we're going to see how it probably looks, and so it says something I want to try to see, if I just model everything. Now, I did go ahead and make the saucer section a separate model from the ship, and I did that because of the possibility of maybe doing a saucer separation if I tend to go ahead and try to continue on with finishing this model. So y'all can watch this in the background as I would go ahead and chat about some other things, because the second part of this episode, or the second stone, so to say, that I want to try to take care of in this episode, is this is also going to be kind of a channel update. I wanted to kind of let y'all know about what all I have planned and what all is about to be coming forward, and I wanted to kind of get y'all's opinions on that to see what y'all probably think about it and also kind of get y'all's feedback. So let's go ahead and move on to that. Okay, first off, let's go ahead and talk about the existing videos that I have on my channel. As I've mentioned several times in previous episodes, is that in regards to the Enterprise J, we're going to be closing that off here pretty soon. I think I'm going to estimate maybe 4 or 5 episodes of that before I go ahead and call the Enterprise J completed, or at least in its current iteration. As mentioned before, I plan on calling this just kind of a low poly model version of the ship, and one day I may probably go ahead and decide to do a higher poly version of model of the ship based off of my design with maybe a couple little tweaks here and there. There is official released pictures of the ship, and I know mine ship doesn't look like that, so I may end up trying to integrate more of the official, quote-unquote, official design of the ship while still trying to keep in mind what was seen on screen, especially in regards to the lower half of the saucer section. And I want to just go ahead and try to finish that off and I know I've mentioned this before in other episodes, but I want to move on to other things. I've well into almost 50, if not over 50 episodes of the Enterprise J, and this is my 3rd iteration of it, so I feel like I just need to kind of take a step back for that. I kind of always enjoy that particular series because it's what kind of got me started on posting these videos into YouTube, because I wanted to show everybody and get y'all's input on how the Enterprise J looks and everything like that. So it's pretty much kind of done its job. Yeah, just kind of be looking out for that. So we're going to be having that eventually stopping. So we're looking probably for maybe 4, maybe 5 more episodes before the episode is done and before I start releasing the model out for download for anybody that may want it. If you want to go ahead and use it for reference, or if you want to use it for anything that y'all, for your own videos or what have you, or if y'all want to go ahead and make modifications to it or what have you. Standard usually rules applies in regards is, just please, whatever you do with it, try to keep me credited inside it. Credit that, the original model, the model's mine, or the original base model is mine, so on and so forth. Now, in regards to the Minecraft series that I have, where currently right now I am trying to replicate the Millennium Falcon within Minecraft, that particular series, I have unfortunately made the decision to put that temporarily on hold. Now, before y'all start deciding to kind of picket in front of my house and everything like that, I'm not canceling the episodes or the series or anything like that. I'm just putting it temporarily on hold. It's pretty consistently, they're not necessarily getting good or a whole lot of views compared to a lot of the other episodes on my channel. And I know I've mentioned this several times before, but I have, only a certain amount of free time during each day to where I can, spend time doing videos and, doing models and, and all this other type of stuff, to where I want to try to maximize that as much as possible. Because it's not getting a whole lot of views, I'm going to go ahead and just temporarily put that on hold for right now until I can free up some time to where I can have time to actually, dedicate to working on the Millennium Falcon. Now, I probably have at least 1, maybe 2 more episodes left, depending on how I decide to cut the video that I've already recorded. So be expecting to still see a couple of more videos out on that. 1, maybe 2, once again. And if y'all are subscribing to my channel, or y'all are constantly watching videos on my channel because of those Minecraft episodes, once again, I apologize. But it's only temporarily, unless I get unless I get like a lot of feedback from all of y'all stating that that's what y'all really do want to see, is those Minecraft episodes. So, but until I hear otherwise, we're going to temporarily put those on hold. Now, with the Enterprise J eventually going away and the Minecraft episode being put on hold, that's going to free up some of my time, and it's going to also allow me to have time to post additional episodes onto my channel. And now, The Akira class starship series is definitely going to be staying on for a while, but however, I'm probably only going to have maybe about 15 more episodes left. Oh, speaking of which, just hit my 30-minute mark on the speed challenge, as you'll probably just saw. And it was at that point that I decided to go ahead and go for an hour because I didn't get as much accomplished as I was wanting. So, because all I got was the saucer section, the basic secondary hull with the pylons. So right now I'm working on the nacelles. But anyways, with the Akira class, about 10 episodes I think for modeling, and 5 episodes maybe if I decide to texture it. But not a whole lot left on that. Was never really intended to be an ongoing series, because eventually when I finish it, what else am I going to do with it? And I've also started, as you saw, the first episode of the Star Wars scene. Now that one's probably going to take a little bit more because I'm trying to go through several different aspects of Blender. So that one's probably going to last a lot longer. So we're going to be seeing that one on the channel for quite a while. But I still will have a couple of additional, some time frames open up to do some other things. And I'm also going to be still doing the Blender files. I mean, that's been getting kind of mixed views and likes and stuff like that. It just depends on what I show on there. But I have a lot more models that I want to try to show off to all of y'all to get your opinions. And I'm still interested at taking some of those models and eventually trying to, because they're unfinished or what have you, but I might want to finish some of those. So I'm waiting to hear back from some of y'all to let me know that, hey, I want this, I would like to see actually this model being finished, or I would like to, the Phoenix class. I'd like to see you actually do a better version of the Phoenix class, or I'd like you to see you, finish the Daedalus class, or, that Enterprise G, looked real good. Why don't you rebuild that from scratch and do a video on that like you do on the Enterprise J? I want to hear back from y'all on that, from the Blender files. Now, I know I've been getting a lot of reviews or a lot of comments from y'all about doing specialized ships such as the Enterprise D or Klingon vessels or what have you, and I might be doing some of those. I'm not saying, but I may not start like whole new series on those. I might probably do one-off episodes kind of going through basics of doing it, or maybe a speed challenge, but maybe not necessarily an entire tutorial on that. Now, outside of the modeling forum, y'all might have probably seen that I recently released a video where it was a real life video of me actually making a ventriloquist puppet head, and that has actually gotten a lot of views and a lot of positive responses from a whole bunch of y'all, not only in the comment section but even messages from some of y'all, stating about how y'all really liked it, and even, so on and so forth. And I'm wanting to continue doing that because I can do a lot more than just these 3D programs. I mean, these 3D modeling type stuff is something that was just kind of a hobby of mine, but I really got, let me just go ahead and put it this way, is that I'm going to have a lot more real life videos coming out that y'all could be looking forward to. The next video that you'll probably be seeing is going to be a knife making video where I'll be making a custom knife based on a sci-fi franchise. And there's another puppet that I have that I'm going to be trying to improve the head mechanism. So I'm going to be doing a complete episode on how I'm going to improve the puppet itself, including the head mechanism. So we're going to go a little bit more into not only making the mouth move, but more of eye moving mechanisms and stuff like that. So be looking forward to that. And I got a couple of other ideas of some real life, we'll call them maker videos, because if y'all saw my vlog that I did, I consider myself a maker, to where I like to make things, and because of that I try to get as much knowledge on how to fabricate things and make things and stuff as much as I probably can. So be looking forward to some of those episodes as well, and hope that y'all probably enjoy them. So let me think. Oh yeah, I'm also still back to the 3D stuff, is that I do plan on still continuing with the 3D vibe, but one thing that I've talked about doing that I'm going to be hitting off at is I'm going to be doing some kind of reviews on different 3D modeling programs. So those are going to be like one-off episodes. Like one episode I'll do 3D Max, another episode I'll do Lightwave, so on and so forth. Maybe even some of the free ones like Animator and stuff, and kind of, do a little bit trial and error, and, give you my reviews on them and what I like about them, what I don't like about them, and so on and so forth. So now I'm not going to go out and buy all these, 3D programs and stuff. These are going to be, I'm just going to be using like the 30-day free trials that a lot of these paid programs have. So, but be looking forward to those episodes as well. So, let me I'm trying to think, what else do I have coming up? Oh yeah, I also am planning on experimenting with doing some live videos. Now, I don't know whether I'm going to be doing them on, let's say, like I know YouTube now has a live video feed that you can do. Not set up for that yet, but I'm thinking about. But I'm looking at maybe doing it like that, or maybe even on Twitch. I know that's supposed to be mostly for video games, but I don't think it says anywhere that it has to be video games. I think you could do, I mean, I'd have to look and see, but I think I could probably do almost like a live Twitch feed, with 3D modeling. This way y'all guys can jump in while I'm modeling, and we can have some discussions and stuff like that about, you know, so all those questions you usually ask me in the comments, y'all can ask me live, like why am I doing this to the ship, and what do I think about this technology and all this type of stuff. So it'd be kind of a good way for us to do kind of a questioning and answering while at the same time I'm working on a model. Because I would like to actually kind of, hear, quote unquote, hear. I mean, most of the time it's going to be, in the comments section, but hear from y'all guys live while I'm making a model, rather than y'all ask me the questions after I do something in the model. Y'all can ask me the questions while I am making the model. So be looking forward to some stuff like that. I'm going to probably post some little videos online to kind of announce, hey, I'm going to be doing a live Twitch or live feed at this particular time. So chime in whenever y'all want, or I'll probably be posting it on my Twitter page. And eventually I'm going to probably do a Facebook page strictly just for my channel. I already have a Facebook page. But I'll probably develop one instead of my personal Facebook page, probably develop one just for this channel. So we'll see how things go. Regarding that, I think that's pretty much about it that I have for my channel. So we'll do a quick review. Is the Enterprise J probably has about maybe a few more episodes left before we go ahead and call that finished. The Minecraft series is going to be temporarily put on hold. The Akira class and is probably have about another 15 more episodes, while the Star Wars is going to be an ongoing thing for a while, because I think that's going to take me a while to try to cover all the bases of setting up the scene. I don't know exactly how long, but we'll see what happens. And I'm going to be doing a lot more making videos, detailing some stuff that I do in real life. So we'll be looking forward to a knife video that's going to be coming out with me making a custom knife. It'll be my first knife that I've ever made, so that'll be interesting to see how that turns out. And also at the same time be looking forward to a tutorial where or a little video where I'm going to be improving the head mechanism off of another puppet that I have. This is a puppet that that I take with me to Renaissance festivals, and I always get a lot of responses on how well the puppet is built and everything like that, but I still want to try to improve a lot of the mechanisms. And be looking forward to probably doing some live feeds either on Twitch or on YouTube that I'm going to ask y'all to jump in on, and give me y'all's comments or y'all's feedback while I'm working on the model. And if y'all are up to that, let me know what model y'all would like for me to try building on the Twitch. I don't know whether if I want to start a whole new model and try to work it from start to finish, or do I want to work on the Enterprise J. So, and that's pretty much about it. We're about almost done with this episode, and as you can see, I'm almost working on the neck right now, but this is where I started having issues with the neck, because surprisingly there wasn't really, there's a lot of videos or a lot of pictures out there, but I was just having a hard time trying to govern of exactly about how thick that neck was. So I'm struggling with this, I'm sorry to say, and I was going back and forth looking at images and things, and this really kind of slowed me down. I probably should have done a little bit more research on this, and it just dawned on me shortly after the episode finished that I actually have a physical model. It's a little Christmas ornament, a physical model, and I probably should have pulled that with me. And time is up. That was 1 hour, and I'm looking at the ship, and it didn't get nowhere near as much done as I was hoping to get done in about an hour, but at the same time, I mean, it pretty much, I mean, you could hopefully look at that and recognize it being, oh, well, it's an ambassador class ship. So, let me know what y'all probably think about this. Do y'all like more? Would you like to see more of these speed challenges? Or also, I would like to see y'all attempt this. I mean, this is how much I got done in an hour. Can y'all do more? Can y'all do better than me? Do y'all have any tips or tricks of how I can model these things faster? So, let me know. And if y'all are going to try this challenge yourself, send me a comment. Send me, a link to the video, and I'd love to see it. Well, until then, this is B-Belt Dan. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.